are on our way to check out our very first RV.
Yeah.
It's within our budget. It's a 95, so it's seen some life. It looked like a promising one, so we're pretty excited.
It looks like it needs enough renovation, which is exactly what we want to do, but not too much that it overwhelms us.
We're gonna see if we can negotiate them down, and if it's even something we want. So.
Yeah.
Yes. So I was one of those little girls, I didn't dream about, you know, a big fancy wedding. Instead, I was like, it would be so fun for the first year of marriage to do some traveling around with my hubby. And Jared is making that happen. He's making my dreams come true. He is truly a My Little Homestead. Wink to Ivan.
While we were looking around for something to travel in, we really liked the idea of having a full set of amenities. A shower and full kitchen.
Boy, you could almost fit that in your pocket. Does this have a pop out?
Yes.
It's got a pop out.
One of the small ones.
One of the smaller ones. Oh, let's look in here. So we ended up settling on a fifth wheel because it had all those amenities, and the truck is all set up to go with it. Lots of the people that we talked to said that fifth wheels pull really nice, so that was perfect.
Yeah.
We've been saving for a while, and our budget is $6,000. We're ideally looking for a trailer that's about 25 foot long and has a little pop out, because that's what the truck can haul.
Yeah.
This looks like a dog of some kind. Oh, it'd be too big anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of the smell.
It just smells so bad in
Ooh,
here.
stop. That would be nice if it was cleaner. A little too big.
Yeah,
We'll blame it on how big it is. We won't blame it on the fact that there was an inch of dog hair everywhere. As a little added, I really like the layout of the kitchen in the back. For some reason, I feel like that separates everything really nicely. It's a nice little place for it.
Yeah, it separates the kitchen from the living spaces. That's scary.
Wasn't expecting that. I think it's supposed to come down. It's got a pretty big slide out. There's a pair of flip-flops.
Pair of flip-flops.
We're just walking into someone's RV.
If somebody was living in here, the pop-out would be out.
Just casually a pair of flip-flops.
It'd be so embarrassing if there was somebody in
Oh my
here.
gosh, I thought somebody was sleeping on the bed, babe. I thought that bump was a person.
The truck that Dad had given us as a wedding gift, he had installed the rails for a fifth wheel hitch, but we just needed to find a hitch.
We just got a hitch. It's beautiful too. Oh my gosh. Couldn't ask for a better hitch. And we were gonna wait to get one with the trailer, but a really great deal popped up, a really fancy hitch for $100, which is, I don't know if you've done any research on hitches, but they're more than $100. So we couldn't believe it. Texted the guy and got it. We were the first in the door because there was a whole lineup behind us. But we were so excited to get that hitch.
Yes.
$100, 4 years old, perfect hitch.
Absolutely perfect.
We're getting hitched while getting hitched.
Exactly. There it is.
In all of its glory.
Absolutely.
Woo.
And while we were looking, we found this trailer. It has a 27-foot fifth wheel with no pop-out, but it had the kitchen in the back, and it also had this really open floor plan for the living space, which we just absolutely fell in love with immediately.
It's not what I was thinking originally, but it's super nice.
It's super nice. It's super nice in here.
It was impeccable. The guy had kept super good care of it. Which also went into another one of our factors. We wanted to only have to do cosmetic things. We didn't want to have a big project. And the kicker, he had it listed for $6,500, but we were able to negotiate it down to $5,500. Should we get it?
What do you think?
I think we should.
Okay, let's get it. With the condition the trailer was in and how perfect the layout was for us, it was just, we had to take it.
We bought it. We did it!
We did it.
We bought one and it's beautiful! We could not be more happy, huh, baby?
Absolutely.
So I want to preface this by saying we decided that we wanted to put this in a tiny little area. We had like cement blocks on one side, a car and a tree on the other, which was basically like threading the eye of the needle. I mean, this is the first time you pulled them.
Yeah, it's First time I've pulled a fifth wheel.
You did good.
I understand the theoretical concepts of backing up a trailer, but putting it into practice, it's difficult, but it's fun.
Yeah, you did really good.
Garrett, go back out over here and start over.
Only a few tries. I mean, if I had been in there, I'd been like, all right, somebody else has got to get in this driver's seat. You did really, really good. You stayed in there. Had to have been a little frustrating at times, but you pushed through.
Close.
One more stab. Yeah, this is close. He did
This
good.
is like the first time he's
I know
driven
it.
something like this, right?
Yeah. He's doing really good.
Now, and then make your cut, and then tail. Is he good there, Shell?
Yeah,
You can park it right there.
if he wants to park it right there, that's kind of a nice spot.
Right there.
Woohoo!
Well done.
That was a tough backup job.
That was awesome.
Right, now I just need
That sucker in there and beautiful.
ended up in a good spot too. Very convenient to work on it. Don't have to travel another 500 feet to go get to the trailer.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, it self-levels?
Automatically goes down, you know?
Oh, are you unhooking from the truck? So does that just come off? I've never seen these before. I don't know. Oh, I see. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, that's so cool.
You measured that distance perfectly, Jared.
I was just guessing.
Good guesses.
No, it's just sitting on its own now. One of the reasons that we decided that a 27-foot trailer would be all right is because it had no pop-out. Pop-outs add around 1,000 pounds, however many pop-outs there are on the trailer. It ends up being a comparable square footage in the trailer.
Yeah, you want to see it? Do you have the keys?
Yeah.
Here,
go
open
see
it up. Show you.
So it looks so nice.
Now, we just went down the bumpy road, so
Oh, yeah.
who knows what the damage was. We went slow.
This is nice.
Yeah, you're gonna love this.
Oh, it's got the kitchen in the corner.
It's got the kitchen.
Oh, I didn't realize that. That's what you wanted.
Yes.
Wow. Blue too.
Oh, and then this is what you wanted, the bed in the front. Just for it to be in such nice shape. It's like you don't have to clean it up.
Finishing touches on it.
Come on, Chip. You want to see your new home? Come on. You want to see it? You're gonna get really good at getting in and out of this thing. Come on. Come on. Come on, Chippy.
Okay, so the first step in renovating anything is demo.
We're gonna take out the old so we can put in the new. Put that mattress out.
The mattress out. I literally had to fold the mattress up on itself to get it through here. Just now I'm in the process of trying to figure out how to get this carpet unsealed from the
Wall.
trying to figure out the best way to get it out.
So these are your tools.
Yes.
Cut it close and let it be.
Yeah. That's the plan so far.
All right. Sounds good.
Yep. As you can see, made progress. There's the carpet.
Carpet.
There's the pad under the carpet. One of the pads, anyway.
Oh, this is the last piece to go, huh?
Yep.
Are we gonna be able to stick the vinyl right onto that wood?
Under here, there's all these staples.
Oh yeah, we
So I'm
got
going to. That thing was so staticky. Like that pad in particular was just like.
What are you going to do here?
Same stuff vinyl all the way across because it'll be easier to clean.
Oh, yeah.
Especially with Chip, we don't want any carpet, I don't think. Oh, it's so echoey now in there.
I vacuumed in there.
Your humble abode? The humble abode. Love the kitchen. That is so cute.
That is awesome.
We're gonna end up taking this out and this. We're gonna put a table and chairs.
Nice. That's
Kind of update it a little bit, and then we're gonna repaint cabinets. You got nice storage in here. Oh, it's got a little baby tub. I know. For babies. For babies.
Could do the little coating thing like what we did.
We were thinking. That's what we were thinking actually, and then replace the sink.
Free toilet paper.
I know it.
You guys scored.
I know.
Well, that's in cabinet. Ooh, that's in good shape.
Yeah. Oh, this is so cool.
Sound system? Wow. I know, that probably will go.
Oh, your
though.
battery?
Look at how big this window
That's
is.
your foreman.
No RV window is ever that big.
We're pretty excited. I think everything was functional in here. It seemed like it was really well taken care of.
That
Was there like side pieces or was the mattress filling?
It was like a full-size mattress. That was
okay.
it was an absolute pain getting it out. But
Oh, I bet.
Chip already knows it's home.
I like how your kitchen is all right here too.
Yeah.
It makes it feel like it has like a kitchen and a living room.
We're gonna redo the countertop. We're gonna do a painted countertop. We're going to redo all the wood. We're gonna do a white distressed for all the cabinets. And walls are gonna be blue. Now we'll be able to get a queen up there, I think.
yeah,
How do you think you'll get it in though?
in a box and unroll it up there. That'll be the
That's the
easiest
plan.
way.
Yeah.
Pretty cute mirror. You could move that to
Probably.
the bathroom if you want.
Not a bad idea.
That's not a bad idea at all.
You can put it here.
It's a good idea.
Oh, this is so nice, Bree. Oh, guys, it's so cute in here. I love all your plans and designs for it. It's gonna just come together so gorgeously. It's for everything that you want to do. And I'm so excited for you guys and your adventure and your project.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna go enjoy.
Alright, thanks, Jen.
Bye.
Bye.
No, that's real well.
Well.
For here, what we can do is just cut out the riser part and just put the vinyl right on top.
We'll have to get these walls prepped for paint and get them all painted up.
Yeah.
We already got the blue paint. It'll be almost beachy. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
We're shooting for a cheery country kitchen.
We'll see if we pull it off.
This step is getting all these things out. Probably.
Yeah.
I won't complain.
Nope. Could you say that you got a handle on it?
Okay, well, baby. We have a bunch of holes where we took the hardware off from last week, and we decided to fill in those holes with sheetrock mud. Whoa, new tool.
New tool. We don't need to sand this. We only really need a primer. I would still like to go and knock down all these these high spots. Make sure it's flat before we fill them. What do you think?
Looks good. Oh yeah, that's perfect. I'll come back through.
Okay.
We worked a lot with sheetrock mud. I don't know how it's gonna hold up with a mobile type deal, but if there's issues down the road, we'll just fix it. It doesn't scare us. It's like $3 for a drywall mud thing, and it seemed like that's what other people were doing. Filling in the holes, getting ready for some paintola. I have a massive spatula because there was bees in that thing,
Oh,
workshop, and so I just grabbed what I could and ran for my life. So now the walls are ready for some primer.
Yes, they are.
We have been searching all over Craigslist and Facebook for a couch.
A couch, yes.
Something to put in there because we didn't like the old one. I thought it was more used than it was even from the last picture, but I thought we'd go look and I think that this will fit our color theme in there. The pictures were pretty blurry.
Yeah,
we'll look at it. It's only $40. Lo and behold, we rolled up on that thing. It was a gorgeous couch. I'm a sandwich, a brie sandwich with the brie cheese sandwich. Super excited to have that home and looking forward to modifying it.
Yes, absolutely. Now with the wall's prepped and sanded, we can get started with primer.
This is the saddest 2-inch brush you've ever seen in all your life.
Is it?
It's missing.
Oh.
Where's it at? That's to hang around my neck. This is the primer that we're gonna use on everything. The walls are a little bit textured, so Dad said the primer will probably stick to that just fine. We're not gonna worry too much about the edges here. The reason is we're gonna do some trim with palettes. Got the upper level all cut in.
Looking good.
Heck yeah.
We're not really going for like a super thick coat.
It's just primer, so
Just-
it doesn't need to look pretty, it just needs to be covered. It's so funny using rollers. I'm very used to paintbrushes, but the rollers crack me up. We normally do stuccoed walls where good luck using a roller, that's not gonna work. You have to use a paintbrush. It's so fast, I see why people use rollers.
Lolly.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is gonna be blue.
And the ceiling's staying the same color.
This will be the white distressed, this will be white distressed, these will be white distressed. Might be fun to do our bathroom in a different color.
Yeah, is it primed in there?
No.
Not yet. All right, you guys are just plugging away.
Welcome to the office.
Whoa.
And getting rid of the old couch, because we didn't really like it, we had to build a box that would go over the water tank, the new couch on top of it.
What are you primed and ready to do now?
A box for this.
A box. Now this is for where the couch is gonna sit.
Comes up to probably around here. Just got a hole for the vent through, and then we'll put the sofa on top of that.
I kind of was like, no problem, we'll build the box, we'll plop the couch on there. But that came with some unexpected challenges.
Need to adjust it. It's a little bit too far out. I need to cut it back into that a couple inches so I can slide it under the seat of the couch. It's gonna come up to there.
Man, the box looks great, but I was a little worried about being too high. Oh my gosh, the 14-inch. So you're like, no worries, we'll just go grab the couch. Again.
No problem.
Yeah, no problem. So
problem.
we go out, we grab the couch, and putting that couch in there was the most hilarious thing I think I have ever seen.
Now that's what I was saying. Tried it one way,
I believe in us.
tried it the other way.
Oh, that's still wide.
4 different attempts.
And then Shay finally gave us a suggestion.
By the skin of our teeth.
Boys, we got it by, and I mean just barely.
Our alternative, like taking a window off.
Woo!
Good job, everybody.
Shay, that's genius.
Well done.
Shay was the mastermind behind it.
Thank you, Shay. You saved us.
Yes.
That was a successful feeling for sure.
Yes.
Here's our another debacle. This is too high. Everyone came in and helped us out, try to get us some new ideas for what to do with the rest of the box. See those right there? I thought maybe we could adjust the couch.
I would cut it here, all the way around, drop it flat against this,
Put the cushions on.
and then put the
That's
cushions
exactly
on it.
what I would do. The only thing I see that it would be junky is that this is the spring.
That's the screen.
That's the comfort right there.
The box was too tall, so it was sitting above those pipes that were connected to the water tank. Somebody had the suggestion to lower it a few inches so it's just barely above the tank but below where the pipes are.
You got it done!
Got it done! This is a journey. We can't go any lower.
No, unfortunately, that's our tap out, but he got it all the way to the bottom.
So is this the height you're wanting it then?
Not quite. We're gonna take it down even further.
Cut it off that way. It's because we can't go down on the platform anymore.
I love the color.
Also, you're saying leave this bit.
Yeah, leave that bit so that it hangs over the top.
Man, that would look nice.
It is time for the color. Shall we see what it looks like? Now it's time to get painting the blue. Going to get cracking into that. Oh, it looks beautiful. Oh, rolls on fantastic.
Yeah, it covers really well. Only needed 2 coats of the blue. Whoa.
Yes, it's very cheery.
Looks beautiful, baby.
Thank you. We are now on to the main living area and the kitchen part. We had multiple rollies, but Jared was the residential roller. Jared got the rest of this wall going.
Yeah,
He's awesome.
First coat.
I decided to get cracking into the cabinets and just start prepping them for primer. We are just running some sandpaper across these cabinets here. I went through and sanded them down so they'll be ready for a future coat of primer. I wasn't sure what grit to do, so I think it's 120 and then 220, so I'm hitting it with the harder first and then going back through with the 220, something a little bit softer.
Yeah.
We're going to be putting a lot of layers of paint on it.
Can't wait to see what it looks like.
I know, it's going to be fun. I was taking out the rest of the hardware and I found a little treasure. I found carrot gold, Jared.
What?
I found carrot gold.
Found carrot gold. A spoon?
We're really dishing it out this week.
I got left behind by the previous owner.
Very exciting.
Wow.
Look at this cute skull with carrot at the end of it. Our first spoon for the house. Sometimes demolition comes with prizes that you just didn't even expect when you get in there.
It's like a treasure hunt.
Uh-huh. A little bit. Awesome.
Sweet.
Pimping out our kitchen and veggie spoons.
Veggie spoons.
Hello.
Oh my gosh. How cute is this?
Turned out pretty great.
It just covered so wonderfully. Also took these off and we were thinking about doing chalkboard paint.
That'll be a fantastic idea. Our next plan is, since we're at this stage and the upper pretty done,
Yeah.
what we want to do next is put the flooring up top. Okay? That way we get a good idea of what it's going to look like. We got the underlayment foam here.
We were like, all right, we're gonna have to spend a few $100s. I was a little bummed because usually there's a lot of laminate out there to get. Yeah.
Got the boards.
The boards, they're beautiful. A few months back, we had purchased some used laminate for Mom and Dad's bedroom. There wasn't enough of it when we brought it home. Dad and Mom were very gracious to give that over to us. It looks like it's gonna be just enough.
If there's any unevenness in the flooring, like these deals here that you can't really get down any further, it evens those out, allows the floor to float. It also acts as a sound barrier. First 2 rows are really key to installing the rest of it. They provide support for the rest of the flooring and how straight your planks are going to be.
Right, it makes a pretty clean cut.
It does. Let's go pop this in.
Let's go pop it in. How's it going in here? It's looking great.
This is cool.
Ooh, I love it next to the blue.
We could not be more pleased with the color, the couch, and the flooring.
Ooh, it's comfy too. It's got a little cush to it.
I love how the creases are tight. Normally they try to hide them, so it's kind of nice that they purposely part of the floor.
He did such a good job, and then we're gonna have trim that we'll put around the edges.
Yeah.
He did such a good job, you almost wouldn't need trim.
I know it. I think
But
we
yeah,
probably will, just because it'll look more complete.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Trailers kind of ending up a little beachy.
Yes. I wonder what that could be influenced by. Wink, wink. If you followed us, wink, wink. I'm really liking it. It's got a fun feel in there already.
It's going to be a fantastic journey.
Yeah, it is. You're gonna see something. As you probably know, RVs are kind of just slapped together. So there's a lot of like this going on. The screw situation is the thing that cracks me up the most. These are all typical, you know, normal. But look at that. Just randomly. 2 are those and then 2 are the other kind of screw, which is hilarious. I don't... We want to have the majority of this RV done, if not done, by the time we get married on July 17th.
So this morning we decided to get up early and beat the heat.
Early for us was like 6:30. Ooh. Jared has one last thing to do on the couch.
It's still too high for us. Blvd and I feet kick like we're little kids sitting on this thing. We need to cut it down 3 inches.
Scariest part of it.
Yeah, easiest way to get started on those is just get started, even if you don't know what you're doing.
Yes. We ready to saw this sucker open?
Got my line set for where we want it. Just start with the top and then work our way in sections down to the bottom.
Let's see it. We replaced the couch to begin with because the couch that was in there was nice, but it was really uncomfortable. We're doing all this for the comfort.
We decided to dry fit it up there before we put any major supporting structures in.
Look at it though, it's the perfect height. You gotta come see this. It goes right underneath the window. I was hoping to because that cut into the window space.
Yeah, it's the perfect height for what we need. We're glad the couch fit because otherwise I don't think we would be able to get it out that door again.
No, that was a one-time deal. I'm gonna try to tackle the cabinets. I have everything pretty much sanded down, so now I'm gonna hit it with some primer, which is a step in the distressing process that we're looking to do on these cabinets. Cutting is always the most tedious thing.
When we put it up there, it just cracked.
That is the back of the seat that we took out of what was here, kind of this kitchen table seat.
Yeah.
Perfect! Gotta love the reusing. Way to think ahead. Breakfast, 4 hours of work, deserving of some breaky. Okay, doggy, let's go, bye. It's time to get the black on those cabinets. We were told that the paint that we purchased was thin. Black kind of scares me because like the white kind of blends in with everything else in here. Maybe it'll be super thin and won't matter. I don't know. Should we see what it looks like?
Yeah, let's see.
Oh, it's super thick. Holy cow.
Probably the thickest paint I think either of us have ever seen.
Yes, I don't know, maybe it was just that color that was super thick or whatever, but it was a cracked up.
Maybe it's just thick on top?
No, all the way through.
Oh, nice.
Let's see how it does. Oh no, that's good paint. And it covered really well. I mean, you're going dark on light, so.
Oh yeah, look at that.
That'll be good. These are not gonna be black. This is just one more step to the finishing touch.
Yeah.
Wish me luck.
Good luck.
Thank you. I remember when I was a kid, I shared a room with Shay. We were gonna be picking a color. And I remember at the time, I don't know how I got this into my head, but I really wanted a black room. I told Mom, I was like, Mom, I really want to paint my walls black. Mom was like, are you sure, honey? It'll feel really dark in there. And I eventually got talked out of it. And I went with a really cheery yellow, which was far more my speed, even as a child. If you have a black room, let us know how you like it. Or if you have any experience with black rooms. It It was a little unforgiving because it's a dark color and that's a light room. It was a little frustrating trying to get it up there because, you know, you splitch and splotch in places. Well, maybe you don't, but I do. After slobbering on more of the blue than I care to admit, I realized I don't need to get perfect lines that are super close with the black. The main parts that I want to have black underneath it are the edges.
Yeah.
Just need to get it around the spots that we were going to be distressing, or potentially would be. Classic case of working smarter and not harder. How you doing?
Well, as you can see, the spring's up here and not in the couch where it needs to be. There was a supporting piece on one side that was the only thing holding it on, and I tapped it with a hammer. Not even smacked it, just tapped it with a hammer, and the spring just busted it out. I have an idea to get this back in there. As you can see, I've gotten the sides braced up here. Get the spring in there.
Bryson came in to help us out, which was awesome. Wow, they're just flying through them now. Look at these men go.
That's a finger pincher right there.
It was like a pit stop of re-springing the couch. Are you guys now officially spring chickens? I'm sorry. Thank you, Bryson. I appreciate the help.
You guys are spring loaded and ready to go now.
Oh, yeah. He did it! It's gorgeous, it's amazing, it's perfect.
Feet are touching.
Yay! It's so comfortable too.
Yeah.
I don't know how you respring those things that look like a big task, but you conquered it one step at a time. I was still knee deep in the Black Sea of those walls, and I don't know if it was your excitement for finishing up that couch or maybe I was just deliriously tired, but at the end of the day, I remember myself saying, you know what, it's not that bad. I kind of like it. You know, now that I've had time to really seat myself in this particular paint, I have to say, the blue and black look pretty tight together. What do you think?
It honestly looks really good like this.
We're not going to keep this color, mind you, but
it's going to be white.
I'm not mad at it.
There's been a whole progression you've gone through today with this paint. It was, oh, I hate it.
Oh, it's so ugly. And then now I'm like, it's not bad.
Yeah. With the couch done, I decided to help Reeve get the white on the walls. Got the white paint here.
I'm hoping it's thick.
I'm hoping it's thick too.
Yeah. We won't know though until we stir it. Do we have a
Yeah.
little stir stick?
Somewhere. Oh my gosh.
Real thick? Oh, it's like the thickness of yogurt, doesn't it seem?
Yeah.
Almost. Maybe a little less than.
Maybe a little less than yogurt. Yogurt's chunky.
It was so hot in there, and by the time you finished a small segment, you could just come back and start the segment over again.
It really was insane how fast that paint dried. 2 coats? 3 coats.
2 coats and 3 coats. Okay.
Right.
You guys see my head back put up action up here. I will say it's single-handedly the most comfortable and yet disorienting thing I've ever done. I feel like I understand a little bit how Michelangelo felt.
Time to get started on the cabinet doors.
Yes, I'm super excited about this part. We've been keeping all of the doors in there. I know it doesn't look like it at the moment, but it's behind there. We take them over to Shay's room, which is really nice because we can work in some air conditioning. Windows open, so there's that, but mostly air conditioning. They look like the Dickens, but they feel really smooth and nice. I've learned with art, a lot of times what looks like too much isn't always too much. You gotta let the idea play out. Drum roll, please. It's now time to distress these cabinets. It sounds like, and it looks like from the pictures, that it's mostly the corners that get distressed. Wish me luck. Here we go. Start with just lightly sanding it. When a furniture goes through use, it's the corners that get the most use.
And we don't have to be exact because we don't want to even.
Let's go with 120. We started with a pretty fine sandpaper and then we went up from there. We ended up doing mostly 80 grit, I think.
The multi-tool has a sanding thing and that was so much easier. That'll save us a lot of time.
I am just loving these so far. There's some places where the brown kind of pokes through a little bit too. That looks so cool. Kind of adds a little bit of yellow in there with the black and white. I think this was the most fun part out of all of it. Required some artistic touch, which was exciting. They're supposed to look like old country doors. Cannot wait to get the hardware on here. It's gonna look really modern. I'm pretty excited.
Finally on the home stretch of the cabinets, putting on the polyurethane, get that protective outer coat on. Had a little bit unexpected thing happen with those.
It's kind of tinted yellow. It just kind of is what it is at this point. We were hoping it would lighten up as it's drying, but it just looks yellow. We got water-based, but we didn't see that it was oil modified, and we were too deep in to back out. Everyone we've shown is like, oh, it just looks like it's older, like we did it on purpose. So that's what we're going with. We did it on purpose. We did an antique patina on this stuff. Yeah. You know what? I'm really happy with it. Surprisingly, really happy with it.
The spots of the black from the hardware just mwah.
Yes, it looks modern. It is even better than I had imagined it. Oh my gosh, I could not be more pleased with that in there.
Lolly! Oh, this is nice.
This is cool. Oh.
Yeah, doesn't it look kind of antique now?
Totally looks antique.
I didn't even know I wanted antique, but I gotta say, I really like it.
I like the black handles.
I love it. It's awesome. Looks good.
It's nice. Oh, that's perfect.
Good.
It's cheery.
Thank you, yeah, I think so too.
It's definitely distressed and it looks that way. It's cool.
I don't know if you noticed, but I'm sporting something very functional.
Oh.
You see me?
I see you.
Yeah, I ran out of hands and there was no ledge to place it upon. And I realized I had my own little hair ledge.
Hair ledge.
I don't know how it looks, but boy, who knew your hair could help you?
You have a hair tie, it's a tape tie.
Whenever you need it, you just pop it off. It's like a life hack, really, you know? Like
Exclusively to
people with long hair.
We've been looking around for a TV stand to fit over the wheel well. Couldn't really find one, so we decided to make one.
We really like the barn style cube shelf design. Jared was like, no problem, I can make it. He whipped up a fantastic design. We purchased just a few pieces of wood here just to help with the general frame, but really this is gonna be made out of pallets. In the meantime, I have everything I need for these two things. These are the panels that go into here. They slide right in. I was wanting to do chalkboard paint on the fridge face panels. I knew that pretty early on. This is metallic paint. So it makes things magnetized. But as I was doing research on the chalkboard paint, I was surprised to find they had a magnetic paint. And I was like, oh, we gotta try that. That sounds fun. Put magnetized stuff up there and use it as a chalkboard. It's gonna be kind of fun.
So I've been a machinist for a few years and working in a machine shop. Woodworking is something that is sort of a new interest for me. Cutting the uprights should be good. Mainly inspired by the similarities of being a machinist and woodworking, but also a project my dad and I did a few years back. We built this almost 7-foot tall bookshelf together, and it was an awesome project to get to do. I'm very glad to have the opportunity to apply that interest, and after a few years of not being able to having the opportunity to do it.
Oh, it's so cute already!
I think we'll end up being like right there. We're gonna trim it all out in pallets and then use pallet slats at the bottom and the top of it.
All right, the amazing Jocelyn has come to join us. This is my older sister. She jumped in to help. I was surprised, you know, she'd only been working on a few hours of sleep, but she's like, I'm ready, how can I help? She's come down to help us with the wedding stuff, but also she's jumping in to help with the RV. And she's got a genius plan on how to do this without dirtying anything.
I don't know if it's genius, but keep rolling over it until it's all just kind of where you want it.
I love it. It's brilliant.
And add more if you need more.
She's going to impart her wisdom upon us.
So can you see how like when you just rub it all in, you see your lines and stripes?
Yeah.
So if you start from one end and just don't put any extra paint on, but just let the weight of the brush go across, and those lines will slowly fade and disappear. See how like half of that?
Oh yeah, that looks
See the difference in that?
You have more wisdom to impart upon us.
More tips. So I usually use the ones that have like the half moon because it fits right over, and that's only like a small little chunk. You get all that extra paint you could have
That's
saved.
wonderful.
With working with pallets, we have resident pallet experts in Garen and Ellie. As far as I can tell, Garen just goes there.
It just goes down. Yeah.
Just goes down. So.
All right. How was it? Is it working good?
It's a lot more violent than I was expecting, but yes. We talked to them about what saw blades to use and what they recommend as far as even just working with the pieces. We took their recommendations, and it made the process fairly simple and fairly easy.
These are all dry. We let them dry overnight, and now we're gonna try it out. This is a sticker from our shop, and Mom put a magnet on it, so. Oh my gosh, it does stick, babe. Sticky.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh.
What about?
Oh, that's a heavier one.
Yep.
I say that's pretty good.
That's so fun.
It's so fun. Super surprised at how well the magnet actually worked.
It fits your magnetic personality.
Oh, wow. Thank you, baby. I've got some chalkboard paint here now. So this will be, I think, the last thing that we do on these panels. The artiste creating it. You have to decide what you want.
Fine.
I'm gonna love it no matter what.
I already love it. He hasn't even made it yet.
All those.
Alright. We got the tail and the job saw. Wood.
Wood. Got all these chopped down. These are the top shelf and the bottom shelf so far. I want to get these on there and see what it looks like with a shelf on it.
It's just super exciting. This is like the cool part of it. Ready for the
You're ready for the grand reveal?
Yes! Oh, that completes the fun look!
This is so strong, I don't even know if we need a back.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I don't think you need a back either. This looking fantastic or what? I'm gonna hit this with some sandpaper real quick. We'll rough up the edges and then I'll hit it with the black paint, and I also have some clear coat that I'm gonna put over the top of it as well. I've got some tape and drop cloth.
You leave this down, you can attach plastic to it up here.
It's really neat that these projects give us the opportunity to work together, get to know each other a little better. It's different between visiting and working together. That's a different relationship building process.
Yeah,
and
it's true.
Really neat that we got an opportunity to do that with Jocelyn. She is awesome. I didn't get it on film because I was enthralled, but the way she put that tape up there was like professional.
Well, then here, we'll do it here. We'll do it here.
Oh.
So sometimes you can like slide it up in. Perfect.
Oh, look at you with all these life hacks. Where did you go?
I've done a lot of painting over the years.
Yay! Good job, Jocelyn.
That's awesome.
I wouldn't have made things run a little bit. That wasn't, I wouldn't do that. I'm a flawless painter that never makes any mistakes. I don't ever need this. I don't even know what you're seeing. It's nothing. That's what you're seeing. I'm having to do this in segments, making sure all the stuff that's open is getting a really good paint job. I'm gonna close this and I'll hit the front side of it.
Got the stain that we're going to test, see if we like it.
We purchased a gray stain thinking that we were gonna like it, but we figured if we were gonna test, we should use some stains that we already had. I thought we'd try something fun. We usually do brown or other types of stains, but this just looked like a lot of fun to try. Test piece geared and ready to go. It's like painting silver.
A little bit.
How strange.
It's kind of beachy. Vaguely looks like driftwood. What do you think of that?
I don't know. Let's see what it looks like dried. So we had like a pecan and a red oak. This is the red oak, right?
Yeah, red oak.
So we're gonna be doing the same piece on a different side.
But it'd be nice to maybe have like a dark wood in there. What do you think of that?
Dark red, I like that.
Okay.
It's nice. Golden pecan we'll try on one of the sides. This is what we put on everything. It's
Light.
the lightest one. We got 2 darks and a light. Alright, well we'll go try that test piece in there. We'll let it dry for a few minutes and we'll put it in there and see how well, because this is going to be the trim for everything.
Yeah.
We got our test board.
Red oak, golden pecan, and weathered gray.
That's the gray.
Golden pecan, which would look decent.
That would look decent.
And the red oak though. Well, let's...
Those. Oh, I like the red oak. Gray is nice, but it's not as classy as the red oak.
I really like the red oak, and I've been liking reds more recently, so...
It fits right into the phase we're in.
Yeah, I think so. Really pleased with the way the TV stand came out. It's so beautiful in there, and it fits our purposes completely by fitting over that wheel well, being strong enough to do what it needs to do. Both of us were really pleased with the way those pallets turned out.
Very pleased. You did it exactly the way we were picturing it with barn style. Oh, it looks so neat in there. It's gonna be fun. That's gonna be the same stain. All the trim and everything's gonna get too, which is nice. Have that all settled.
Yes.
And I love that the fridge is dual purpose. We can do the chalkboard and the magnets. A lot of fun. And also I think it fits really well now with the rest of the appliances in that room. So I'm really excited about that. We got married! We took the fifth wheel out on its maiden voyage for our honeymoon. The trailer traveled wonderfully, which is, you know, great because it is in the name, travel trailer. We had a couple of these things happen here. You can kind of see these panels are made to kind of shift when they're driven. The cube shelf handled beautifully. We actually got all this stuff nailed to the floor and stuff. Jared and his dad did that. We had some questions about these coming out. Jared just put this piece of rope across it, so we didn't have any issues of anything falling out. Probably won't do the rope as the final solution, but it worked as a temporary one. And then we noticed in our bathroom, the toilet isn't on. So that was kind of an interesting ride. We'll be getting that secured to the floor.
Overall, we're very pleased with the way it handled, and we're very excited to get back to work at it. Our goal this week is to paint the ceiling as well as a couple other projects. There's like a...
One. Jocelyn, when she was here, she helped us remove the fan plate, which is the first step we need to take to repaint that ceiling.
Oh, how gross that is.
Ooh, that's gonna do a little bit of cleaning.
What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing the countertops. The countertops that are in there are an older style, and we knew we wanted to change it and update it to a more, I guess, modern style. I'm going to be pulling this edge off here and putting in palette trim, staining it the red oak. And then we're going to be putting on the Rust-Oleum countertop paint on top of this. My first step is to prep the surface for the countertop paint and also to get my trim pieces cut in. So as you can see, honestly, a simple process.
It needs to be prepped on the front because you are going to reshape what that's going to look like.
Yes. It's hard to work with curves with wood to a certain degree, depending on how you're doing it. I want to cut these flat, make it easier on myself. With wood prices the way they are, the more expensive side right now, it's nice to have an option with pallets to have a cheap source of wood doing the projects that we've been wanting to do. Like the different pallets can be a variety of different woods. It's fun to sand it and see what kind of grains and everything like that pop up.
It's a surprise every time.
For the next steps, stain polyurethane a couple times. So close to the sink and so close to working wet surfaces that they need to be soaked in polyurethane as I can get them. So.
What usually happens when we're doing a renovation project is you plan on only certain things being upgraded, but as you do it, you realize you really have to do all of it because the older stuff looks like an eyesore. So we decided to go ahead and do the roof. This is the fan plate. We pulled this off. I really thought long and hard about how I would preserve those decals on the fan. Took a picture of the high lows and everything, and I plan on Posca penning them. I remembered that I have Posca pens. I really enjoy working with those, and I figured it would probably be the easiest to paint it and then go over it with the Posca pens. Here we go. We'll get some semi-gloss white on here. These Posca pens are acrylic paints. It's flat acrylic paint, so we know that this is off. We'll just call it MyLittleHomestead font. You came up with a font name for our MyLittleHomestead font, didn't you?
Yes.
Well,
Vaguely derpy.
Vaguely derpy. It's a Little Homestead font, which is a charming, childish. So that's the official font name. It's probably out there in the universe, but it's also here. Mm-hmm. It's a playful font. Kind of like Sans, but cooler.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Now that these are stained, ooh, pretty.
Whoa.
I'm going to leave these exposed so I can actually glue it to the counter. All the stained parts are going to get polyurethane. Now, do a couple coats and then sand them once and do another coat.
Don't look at the background. There you go, Mom. Background concealed.
Get it tricky when you don't have very many places to hold on. Got polyurethane fingers. And I call it polyurethane because
Polyurethane. It is a polyurethane.
very
Let's
much
go.
pain.
Let's go this way so you don't see that. We don't want you to see that. No, that's just. Oh yeah, that's better.
That's better.
Only that.
Look at my fizz.
Only Jared. There you go, Mom. It's perfect. Can I do a heart? Am I that talented? It's a pretty pathetic looking heart. Well, call me crazy, but I'm gonna be cutting in with this brush, which is like a 1/2 inch, maybe an inch brush. But I have to get this molding, and I don't think that I can do it with a full-size brush very accurately. Doing any paint project, usually the cutting in is always the most time-consuming. However, I feel like this is an extra boost of time consuming because the molding is obnoxious. I have a smaller one too if this one doesn't do the trick. This is gonna be brutal, but hopefully we only have to do one coat. We may have to do a couple coats over this because it's discolored. It is satisfying in that it looks much better when it's done. So I guess there's that. That's what keeps you going, but oh boy.
Gotta look at the silver cloud.
Yeah, the silver lining.
Or whatever it is, whatever that phrase is.
The silver stuff, you know. We didn't go for ceiling paint because ceiling paint is flat, and I kind of like the semi-gloss that's up here. I think it'll be easier to dust and clean. Wish me luck. Are you ready to get this thing down?
Oh yeah.
All right, I'm so excited to see what it looks like. So excited. You just roll it on? Is that what you're gonna do?
Yeah. The countertop paint is surprising. It's a thinner paint compared to the ones we've been using, like the magnetic paint. I'm so used to the thick paints we've been dealing with recently, like the magnetic paint and things like that, that this is just like, oh wow, this is really thin.
Yeah. Hello, little goaties. Hi, goats.
You ready to try? This looks pretty mixed. It dries randomly, that makes it slightly difficult to use. Very unique paint.
Very unique. But it ended up being really great. You know, you always kind of wonder, at least I do, if a company just repackages their same old whatever to say that it's for something else. This is clearly a different
paint.
Something.
Different
so,
something.
Yeah, so it's good to know.
Good to know.
And it worked.
It worked wonderfully.
You can tell the difference here on camera. This is the non-painted, this is the painted. It really looks crispy and nice. I'm going to be replacing these lights, so I'm not worried about them. I just kind of let them hang here because we are still actively using them. I'm thinking that over time it yellowed a little bit, but I'll wager that it was this exact shade at one point in its life. Bathroom. You can kind of see the line where it stopped. Once I got going, got my steam engine rolling, I was not stopping for nothing. And I think I also am gonna do this wall and this wall with the white. I plan on painting this wall yellow. And all this, see how it's off-white? We're gonna paint this too with the epoxy paint. I started in that bathroom, I got those two walls painted, and then I turned around and I was like, what? We haven't primered the door and the cabinets yet because we're gonna do the same finish that we did in the kitchen. So I thought, I'm here, I'll just do it really fast. I feel like an explosion of paint just took place in this bathroom.
Uh-oh.
But there's a method. Oh man, my
There's a method to my madness. This is white, this is white.
Okay.
They will remain white. I want to paint this right here black, but this is just primered, and I'm gonna end up painting over this with the white that we have.
Right.
But it's gonna be black underneath areas because it's gonna be distressed. And also, this is gonna get painted.
Right.
Epoxy paint. Floor's gonna be replaced.
Yep.
So spritz it with black, then turn around, spritz this with the white. That's my ingenious plan. I'm also gonna spritz this. So there's gonna be a lot of spritzing that is taking place. We are well ventilated.
Oh.
If you are at all concerned, I'm gonna spritz this.
Wow, that already makes such a huge difference.
Now, for this spritz, so the goal is not to make a mess, which is not my strongest suit. I feel like every time I do it, it's like this explosion of paint. Because if you haven't noticed, I'm very good at making messes accidentally and probably have a bunch in my hair.
Yes, you do.
Okay. While you're in it, you know it's an explosion, but there's nothing stopping it. And you just hope that the majority of the paint gets on the object that needs it and not you. Although,
In this case, not so much.
I think I got most of it on what I was working on, but I didn't realize how much I had in my hair. Done.
Done.
First try. Now for my next trick. They say no prep, no primers for this epoxy. When I did my research on the back of it, I know almost 5 minutes I spent researching. I am now an expert. I graduate myself. It said to shake well, so I'm putting my back into it. There's a slight flaw in my genius plan.
What?
That's there.
Oh. Perfect. Now it's a perfect plan again.
Coming in clutch with the genius adjustments.
It's time to finish up the final trim for the counter, putting up a backsplash. It involves a lot of little cuts. Got to break out the router my dad gave me, so that was an enjoyable experience. It's tedious, but kind of get in that work zone, and it ends up being a really fun process to figure out each individual piece and figure out what needs to happen with that piece. Having a lot of fun with it.
You look like you were having fun out there doing it, and it seems like very rewarding work when it's done. Like, wow, it looks so fantastic.
I can't wait to see how the red oak on the trim and the countertops all tie everything together.
We are super pleased with everything that we got done this week.
Yes.
Between the countertop, the trim pieces, and the ceiling. Definitely goals that we wanted to meet. The surprising ones was the epoxy on the toilet, which I think it's going to need a few more coats, so we'll keep you updated on how that's going to go. For the most part, I'd say it's got the foundation there to get that epoxy paint on the toilet and the shower. That part is kind of headed into, as well as the primer, which was kind of an unexpected thing to finish as well. So super exciting little bonus rounds that we got. I think that your kitchen looks really rustic and inviting. You did a great job on that trim, and the countertop looks superb. Mwah.
Thank you, darling.
Got a little crosshatch going.
Looks like a picture frame, huh?
Yes, it's so cute. I absolutely adore, or I guess say a window, the window trim design that you have come up with.
It's like, you know, in the Crudes too.
Yeah.
He's watching the window. That's what I feel like I'm watching the window.
Well, you heard the lady. Let's give window trim a go.
We want to run a razor blade just loosely in that crack so that when those panels do adjust as we're driving along, they won't do this. But now I gotta fix this. I'm gonna try to pull the wallpaper all the way down off this panel and repaint it with the Blvd. I'm armed and dangerous.
You see.
Slightly confused, but still quite armed. Oh, Jared does it with one arm. Okay. I'm armed and dangerous.
Do you want the actual handle too?
I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe.
When I started working with the wall and pulling it down, I realized that it was really difficult to peel it. It was not going to be an easy task. I was like, well, I might as well just try sanding it and see how well it does. And I was really surprised to watch that line, for the most part, disappear.
I don't feel it. I kind of wonder if we're not going to see that.
I don't know, I was just going to kind of go for it. What do you think?
I think that would probably work out just fine.
And you know, the send it in me is extremely strong. So I know it's no surprise, but it won. Welcome. This is the yellow underbelly of the RV. I was gonna add more, but I couldn't think of more to say. My job is very simple. Get this wall painted. Oh, that's not all I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna paint the whole thing like last time because that'd have been a pain. So I'm gonna do the sides. All the edges are gonna be done in black. Then I'm gonna go all over it again with white and sand it and add polyurethane, you know, all the steps. But before we get to that, I want to paint the one yellow wall that we have planned in there. We decided on the yellow. It's kind of a cheery accent color, and we're hoping that that breaks up the monotony of the white that we have in there now and plan to have in there.
I underestimated how much wood I would need. Decided to cut up a new pallet, which came with its own challenges. The boards on that pallet are thicker than the previous boards I had been using, so I decided to try to fix that. I decided to try to use a jointer to even them out, to make them as thick as the previous ones, but that's only because that's what we had available. I know you're supposed to use a planer.
But that's just plain easy.
That's just-
We'd rather really put our joints into it.
It worked, and at least made the boards better.
It worked-ish, which really is what I would say are like...
We're striving for worked-ish.
It worked-ish is always functional-ish. Covering up the black with some flat white, kicking some bow tie.
So we're doing this to the door, to that, to the cabinet, but we're not doing it to this?
Not to those two, those are just gonna be white.
Okay.
So I thought white here, white there. It'll make the small bathroom feel bigger.
They're all separated in their window piles.
I don't know, over this period of time, I keep thinking there's something that you're not supposed to shake, but you have to stir it. I keep thinking, oh no, we can't shake that.
I found out it's not the stain. It's polyurethane that you can't really do this with. This polyurethane will get suds in it.
That's what it was. I knew something you couldn't shake.
But I found out.
You found out.
I found out. Shake it, not stir it.
So now we don't have to wonder anymore.
Yeah.
We know that it's polyurethane. I love how you got the cross hatching into the window trim. What a neat thing. I love cross hatching, and to see it on those windows is just unique and fun, especially because you're working with straight lines. I feel like you got that fun circle-ish and a rustic way on those windows.
And something that I was really kind of worried about was how the window trim would tie into the backsplash. But it turned out wonderfully.
Yeah, it pulled it together and made that area look complete for sure. The blue fix to the wall turned out surprisingly well. I think that if you whipped out your magnifying glass and did a quick close-up inspection, you'd probably see a line.
I mean, if you're putting your nose in that corner, you're going to be able to see it. But like just in a surface glance, you don't even notice it. I love the way that the bathroom is starting to really pull together now.
For sure. I love getting that door that we did so long ago onto those cabinets in the bathroom, or cabinet, I guess singular, in the bathroom there. We've got a lot more that we want to do in there, and I'm super excited to see how all that comes together.
Every time another thing gets done, it's just like, do I just finish it already?
Yeah, we're getting excited to finish it, move in, and hit the road. Alright, do you think that shot was cool enough?
I think so.
Last melon, huh?
Last melon.
Last
melon?
It's an Ice Age reference.
Oh.
The last melon.
The last melon.
Finally, a whole day of shopping. We almost died. You should see. See all that? Holy cow. And they gave us this free. So we weren't gonna say no, but I don't know why we would need any hinds, but there you go. It's behind us now. Get home and finish this RV, shall we?
Let's do it. We have 2 trips coming up, so we need to get this RV done.
Why, hello there. Welcome
back to the bathroom.
Bathroom.
You commented and said, yes, prepping is good. So I'm going to run it some nice fine sandpaper. I'm gonna clean it off real nice and then tape it off so that we can get it all spritzed down.
Be nice to have that all white. Too much yellow in there currently.
We have never used such aggressive spray paint in all of our days.
It was bad.
Yeah.
Do you want me to do it, baby? Yeah.
Jared is saving me. There was a dusting on all of our black handles from one end of the RV to the next. Unbelievable. He's got a little gray in his hair now.
And we have one last step in the cabinets in the kitchen. We need to fill in the holes were created when we pulled out the fabric panels months ago. And to do that, we're going to be using pallets stained with the red oak because we want to carry that red oak palette look into the cabinets themselves. And we also have a single cabinet door to make. Hey baby,
Yeah?
would you be mine? Because I simply adore you.
You're so cute.
Thank you.
My baby.
This turned out so well though, didn't it?
Really, I feel like a lot hinges on this moment.
I think it really does, doesn't it?
Whoa! Alright, so we let this dry overnight and actually pretty impressed with it. See where the blotches are still there, but on all the places that I got, it has this really super fancy finish feel to it. Jared did a really good job for a first coat. Definitely is going to need a second one, but man, is it coming together. We learned from our mistakes, didn't we, yesterday, Jared?
Yeah. My glasses almost got painted.
Yes, and goggles, and he really should be wearing a hat, but I was unsuccessful in finding him a paint hat.
No paint hat for me.
So I gave him a grocery bag, which is a shame on me, but it'll work, right? We can just toss it. It's fine.
It'll work. Don't worry. This is fine.
I don't think anyone can say that we've not been utterly safe. That's all I gotta say.
It's true.
Glasses and the goggles. Not today, Fumes.
Not today, Fumes.
Not today. Denied. Oh, sweetie, I'm so sorry. The finish was super nice. We're happy with that, but I think if we had to do it again, we would use the brush-on version that Garen and Ellie used a while back in their mobile home bathtub.
So now it's your turn, huh?
My turn to be bagged and tagged.
Finally time to cover that old linoleum flooring. Utter eyesore and paint catcher for all of our other projects that we've been doing.
Yes, and you always say that once the floor gets done, it changes the look of the room. And I would say it's halfway there and it's fabulous. It's definitely already looking amazing in there. Jared and I have so much fun hanging out together. And I feel like that might be the reason that we're so crunchy at the moment.
Nah. So let me tell you the story, This flooring, as you can see, is different than that flooring. We don't have enough.
Not enough, yeah.
We don't have enough. And Gary and Nellie were like, oh hey, we got flooring. We got exactly the amount of flooring you need. I was just really floored by that, you know? So thank you, Gary and Nellie.
Yes, thank you. You were awesome. He's not okay.
I don't think he's okay.
Literally last night, I thought he was gonna pop up, you know, like in those movies. Okay, so this is the completed white shower. Also white sink.
We want the countertop in the bathroom to match the countertop in the kitchen. Believe it or not, the countertop paint, while smelly, not even close to being as bad as the epoxy paint. Still need to use a respirator, which is saying something for us.
Yes, yeah. What are we on our way to get, dear?
Our busted table.
Yay for busted table. Now we actually got this table months ago.
Yeah, we did. Busted table. As you see, busted. Bree and I were talking about it, and we both realized that these legs, they worked for the time. They're really not that attractive, and they're not exactly what we're looking for either. We want something that's a little bit more conducive to being able to work at it. I'm actually going to be taking the legs off and installing some new ones.
And now that the white is underneath this black, I'm gonna go through and distress these corners, and then I'm gonna coat it like crazy in polyurethane, so it's gonna be nice and hold up over time. Ready for this?
Stand on.
We decided to move the couch just briefly because we want to paint this a flat black. The reason is we're going to be going over it with palettes. Kieran and Ellie have discovered that if you paint it black behind the wood that you put on the top, it just creates a better finish because you don't see normal wood poking through. It's just not seen at all.
The last big project that we have in the RV is the end table next to the couch. It needs something to fill the space. And the end table is also going to serve as a good spot for just random storage things. Maybe a trash can, maybe just something else.
I've lived in small spaces growing up, but it definitely is nice to have the added space that you can stick stuff. While Jared works on the pallet projects that we have in the RV, I'm gonna finish up a few odds and ends that we have still have yet to do. Some little pieces that might have gotten missed, or when everything else got super nice, it just looks ugly. So that is what I am going to tackle.
Can you believe that we made it?
It's done.
Could not be more pleased, more happy with how it looks in here. Oh my gosh. Definitely way better than I thought.
In my mind, I think I had the idea of like a modern game place, and you probably had a, I'm guessing, a rustic farmhouse look.
Probably. We went with an office chair look for the kitchen because we're going to be using that space a lot as an office. We're going to be in those chairs for long periods of time. Kitchen chairs did not do it for us.
No,
Your rear end goes to sleep, and it is always unfortunate.
I just love the opportunity that this build gave us to use skills that I haven't had the opportunity to use in years.
Definitely new things that I've tried that I've never done before. So each project gives us an opportunity to try new things. So definitely very cool. The curtains were made by Shay. Really pleased with those curtains. They definitely completed the look in here.
They really did.
Our family moved from the city to the country. Thanks for taking part in our adventure. We have new videos every Friday evening. If you would like to help us out, you can like this video, share it, subscribe, or support us on Patreon. See the links in the description.
We got little RV there yet, pillowcases, and we just kind of stuff them with stuff that we have around the house. Is what we end up doing. Yeah, so we have RV there yet. We've got our shirts on. We're all decked out in here now. But if you'd like to get this design on a t-shirt, sweatshirt, handbag, or many of our numerous products that we offer in shop, the link will be down in the description. Jared barely fits in here. I've got some room.
Yeah.
I could get some jumping in. Don't worry, I got your trash, babe. I got you. Oh, you know what we can do too is once we get the floor up there, we could trim the windows, and that would really be complete.
There we go. Yeah, that would be fantastic because we got the pallets right there.
Yep, got them all. Hello, pallets. You're coming in with us? Oh, look at you in that shirt placement.
I know, right?
Wow,
This window looks even bigger. I'm inside. What am I?
Sorry.
We're always like, oh, you want it light to make it seem bigger, but does anybody ever want to go, oh yeah, I want it smaller, get it a dark color? These are questions that I think about. They demand answers.
They demand answers.
When life gives you lemons, squeeze them on the doors. That's all I gotta say.
What do you think of the black paint, huh?
Is it ugly or is it beautiful?
Is it beautiful? It is very classy. It is very classy. Okay, Chippy. Good. Bye-bye.
Nice.
Wow, that's so fun. You have got to see this paint.
We talked about the black paint we had put on being super thick, but oh my goodness.
This is an absolute crack.
Look at just how chunky that is. It does smooth out.
Look at this.
Yeah, look at that.
Look at that. It's worked though.
It worked. It really did.
It really did work. And then chalkboard.
Write little love notes.
That'd be fun.
Good morning.
It's like, yes, I saw you get up. It's the small place.
Yes.
There's my baby Jared. I love him.
Love you.
He's my baby. I married him.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did.
Mr. Sandman, send me a pallet. We still don't know where we are gonna put it. Sandman.
Was it so much easier since we didn't cover these entire things in black?
Oh, yes, as a matter of fact. Not so many emotions. We did not need to do that at all.
No, we didn't.
That was such a waste of time. We know that it's polyurethane or polyurethane. Gets all sudsy in the rain if you shake it up. Up and down, Nane.
Okay. Excuse the AC going.
You can't come in here. Crash, what are you doing? Go. Hey.
No one wants to touch him.
Come on. He just waltzed right in here.